You live here?
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
Amazing.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. Absolutely amazing.
Could this be done by people?
Oh, yeah.
Very clever people.
They'd have to be very clever people and very quick working people, because it's very black here at night, so they wouldn't be able to see, and it's so perfect. I don't know.
It's very difficult to see anything from the ground.
Yeah. Very difficult.
That's what amazed me, is how could you do this at night with no support from the air?
I don't know. I don't think you could. I don't know.
What people around here think about this formation?
I don't really know. A lot of people are a lot of people have come to see it, and a lot of people are amazed how good it is. Because usually they're just circles or little shapes, but this is an actual picture.
I think it's just amazing. Whoever did it, I think is incredibly clever. Don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The wall is amazing.
It's absolutely beautifully done. If you look, particularly in here, you can see, they were all lying flat. And the other day, before we've had all these people tramping through it, it was absolutely perfectly done. Not a hair out of place. There you go.
Could this be a real message?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Has many people come to see it?
I think quite a few, and a lot of foreigners, I believe. Although I don't know, apparently the Japanese are quite interested in this, but I haven't seen any. But you're our first visitor.
So a short time ago we did a little meditation right in the circle of this disc, and we had the feeling that it's a very high frequency, very high energy, which communicates to the DNS, which raises our frequency and takes away limitations.
They're just this as soon as I tuned in and held a piece of wheat this morning, about half an hour ago, the feeling in here is of intense love, joy, peace. It's wonderful.
Yes,
and clairvoyantly you can see over the field a mauve purple cloud. So if you close your eyes, you'll see that it's encased in purple.
I think it's just wonderful. I just love being in these circles, and I don't know if it's man-made, or if they're alien-made, what they are, but some people go to art galleries. Some people pay a lot of money to go to the Tate Modern in London, but you come here to the fields and you get a very good, spectacular display of modern art right in the fields here, and it's only £2 at the gate.
And you think this was man-made? It's a mystery?
It's a mystery. And this couldn't, for me, no man would make this. They wouldn't be bothered. It's too complicated, and I've got my own sort of ideas about these things. Having spoken to a dowser 12 years ago who can dowse the patterns of this in the earth up to 6 months before it happens, and then there's lights or something above, maybe the night before. I feel it's like the male and female principle. It's the two come together and something in the fields happens. Now, where that doesn't tell you where it comes from, but it's part of the mechanism.
This is a very different pattern.
The seeds are?
No, the pattern, the way this was done is very different than from others.
Yeah. I don't know. Yes, it is. It is. But there have been some like the checkerboards like this before. This is circular. It's like a CD. This one. It is plus the face here. The Mekon. I used to read those magazines. But yeah, it's different, and it seems like there's at the end of every year there's a really important one. I think this is the important one for this year. I don't know what it means. That's your job to find out. But yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
No, just for me, I'm just taking a bit of time off work, and I came here to see the art display. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. You've been in many different circles?
Every year. I try to go to one each year, because I just enjoy it. And I was in several about 12 years ago. 12 years ago I was more interested than now, and I was showing my pictures in Czechoslovakia and other places, and Canada also. Now I just keep in touch with it because I like to come along and see how it's going.
How different is this one?
Very, very different. It's very different, but at the same time, it's no surprise because it's just developing and developing all the time, a little bit every year, I think.
Is this one of the best you have seen?
Yes, it's one of. I can't say it's best or worst because they're all wonderful. Barbary Castle 11 years ago was the best I'd ever seen at that time. Then looking at the three-dimensional things in the East Field a year or two ago, I'd never seen three-dimensional. There's something new all the time. I can't say one's better than another.
And a two-dimensional seems to be very difficult to be made by humans.
I wouldn't want to try. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't want to try this. I'm an engineering surveyor, and no, don't ask me to do this kind of work.
Yeah, I know already who makes this. You want to know it?
Yes.
Okay, it is like our uncles and aunts, and they left us about maybe 10,000 years ago, and maybe 10 years they will come to us, and they bring us codes in a crop circle, symbols and codes in crop circles, and the symbol is, for example, this alien means it's not from this earth. And the 3 points could be the stars Orion. And in this date disc there is a code inside. And I want to try to find out this code when I'm back in Germany. And one of the main messages is that we should not call with 10, but with a 12 system based on the 12. And if we do that, we can communicate with them. And this is some secret information what I got from special books and channelings. And in Germany we find out the German code for this formation, and it was something like HD42087. And this was the NASA name of Orion. This was one of the most interesting decoding what we had.
The picture also contains a print, somewhat similar to that of a CD, with something that appears to be a coded message. This formation also has a new type of design, this time with horizontal line patterns of variable thickness, similar to that of a TV picture. The message on the disk is similar to a spiral band built up of many boxes. But data expert Paul Weige manages to decipher the message.
And I had to enlarge the disk quite substantially on the computer and run some image analysis over it to make it clear so that I could see what was a standing tuft and what was flattened. And while I was doing this, I noticed that every so often there was almost a mistake in the diagram. It was like there was a tuft, where the little square tuft, it had done sort of half size. I thought that's a bit odd, and it seemed fairly regular. I was going round, and I sort of counted up, and it was sort of literally every sort of 8 bytes or whatever. And I thought, 8 bytes, and yeah, from computer side, is obviously some sort of binary code. So then I did the straightforward thing. I just converted it into ASCII, which is the standard sort of computer language that you encode the alphabet in. And of course I then started to get words forming out, and I thought, I'm getting somewhere here. So I then did the whole thing for the whole lot, and got this message.
The message is in English and reads as follows. Beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. There is good out there. We oppose deception. Conduit closing.